money with the design of stage sets and costumes for the ballet. To say that his creations were avant-garde and daringly modern would be a massive understatement. Nothing like them had been seen before, and not that much since. In 1919, DePero founded the House of Futurist Art in his hometown of Rovereto, which actually sold domestic design in the form of toys, tapestries and furniture. This was successful enough to provide enough income to finance his determination to succeed as an artist. In 1928, DePero moved to New York City and became very popular in sophisticated circles, creating more costumes for stage productions and designing covers for magazines, most notably a daringly abstracted series for Vanity Fair. These covers were again a radical departure from anything previously seen in the States, but the elite readership were delighted with their extreme styling, which blended Art Deco with tribal art. In 1930 he returned to Italy and continued to bask in his success in all his creative pursuits, and by now he had become what he had originally aspired to be, arguably the most prominent and admired futurist artist in Italy. And predictably his high profile attracted advertising. He had several prominent clients, but it was his enduring relationship with Campari which was most strongly linked to his distinctive visual aesthetic. DePero was given almost free rein in terms of the imagery he used, and he gleefully took the opportunity to create daringly abstract, enigmatic images which, despite their radical nature, proved to be a successful campaign. Not much is known about his working methods, but this sketch for the Campari campaign shows that despite the mechanical nature of his final artwork, DePero relied on fairly advanced sketching to inform the final design. I can find no information about what medium he used for his flat colour work, but gouache applied flat would be my best guess. In the 30s he also produced a lot of work for the magazine La Rivista, which had been established in 1914 by Benito Mussolini, who of course went on to become Italy's fascist dictator. And when Mussolini was later overthrown and killed in 1943, DePero found himself out in the cold because of his links with Mussolini, La Rivista and fascism in general. In 1947 he returned to New York, but he found the reception there just as chilly. So in 1949 DePero finally returned to Rovereto, the place of his birth, and a year later the place of his death at the age of 68. Earl Oliver Hearst was an illustrator who bridged the worlds of cartoon and representation with perfect balance. He was born in New York, and with only a few night classes in art and a strong innate talent, Hearst landed a well-paid job as an art director at a direct mail house, but he quickly became creatively frustrated there. So he rather recklessly quit his job in order to become a freelance illustrator. But he didn't become the overnight success he'd imagined, and there was a fairly lengthy lean period for him and his family while he developed his skills. And although his progress was a case of 2 steps forward and 1 step back, by the late 1930s, by which time he was already in his 40s, he'd become established as a popular choice for many commissioning illustration, and remained so for the next couple of decades. He was particularly in demand for editorial work, and featured regularly on the cover of Saturday Home magazine. But his greatest magazine success was with Collier's, and his colourful, upbeat illustrative style.
And that's the way we do that.